Hey everybody, welcome to the stream and welcome to my 5-year anniversary stream. That's right, it's been 5 years. The first ever streamed is exactly on January 8th, 2019. I streamed part 1 of Ultima 4 on Twitch and yeah, I did not archive it because I didn't know you had to turn that on. It's lost. Only got part 2. And yeah, as usual, I like every year to do this little short stream where I just stop and look back at the last 1 year period of the channel. Now, I'll have to confess this past year wasn't exactly the best, both in terms of what happened and my performance in my stream performance. I had to take a lot of hiatuses, either due to PC issues or health issues or mental health issues, kitten health issues, having to set up in a new place temporarily. Yeah. Yeah, that made it kind of hard to keep a consistent streaming schedule. It is not easy. Funny thing is that the previous year wasn't that great either, and I hoped that the next year would be better, but turned out it was about the same. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't jinx myself and wishing, oh, maybe this year will be better. No, I just try to do my best, and whatever happens, happens. So yeah, why don't we look at some stats? Hang on. Switch this. I don't like to look at the numbers related to like channel growth, like number of followers or subs or watch time. I look at the numbers related to how much I did, like how many days I streamed, how many hours, and how many games I finished. And this time I wanted to compare with all the previous years. I got stats here, starts there. So as you can see, year 1, I did 114 streams and finished 50 games. Year 2, I somehow managed to do exactly the same amount of streams, but finished a little less. Probably I've streamed longer games that required more streams. Year 3 was my peak, I guess, when I streamed the most, 135. Still haven't finished as many but as the first year, but still, look at the amount of hours, like 486 total hours. This was the year that I streamed the most. But then year 4 was, like I said, one of the not great years. I had PC issues and a lot of other things that also had me a lot of work that I fell behind, that I was not able to stream as much as I wanted. So yeah, the amount of streams fell drastically, like from 135 to 60. 480 hours streamed to 200 hours streams, and from 41 games to 22 games finished. But yeah, and this next year, not exactly the same things happened. I kind of got burned out from work, so I didn't work as much, but I had to stop streaming for other reasons. In year 5, 2023, but I guess I did a little bit better than the previous year. I streamed a little bit more and finished a few more games and a few more hours. Yeah, like I said, I want the kitten health, the new kittens kind of got in the way a little bit, but it was worth it. They ended up becoming healthy, but yeah, that's, if you look at okay, 60 streams and 20 something games, that's, I guess, my minimum amount, like how many streams and games I can do it when in a bad year. So maybe this year I can do a little bit better than the past 2 years, but maybe not as much as year 3. I don't know. Maybe I mean, I didn't get burned out from streaming. I always enjoyed streaming, but maybe streaming so much kind of got in the way of work, and that maybe indirectly caused me to get burned out from work. So maybe I gotta find a good work-life streaming balance. You can see my total, 490 streams a total almost over 1,500 years, hours, and 181 games finished. But yeah, I've recovered from the burnout. I am going to be working again this year, and well, yeah, hopefully I can manage to find a good balance. I can also check out my all the new videos on my YouTube channel that I. These are all the videos between the last anniversary stream and this one. So yeah, I mean, I guess I have been kind of productive, but not as much as previous years, but still, it's something. Oh yeah, you like that game by year graph? I got an updated version. This is, let me get rid of these. These are the new stats of how many games I've streamed based on their release year. As you can see, there's a tendency for me to prefer games from the early to mid 90s. Still, there's also a little second peak there in the early 2000s, because that's when there are a lot of those 3D games with a third-person camera. I streamed a lot of those as well. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I like streaming a lot of games from my childhood, so it makes sense that I would stream most games were from when I was a kid in the early 90s. I have streamed a couple of new games, well, newish games from like 2021. Well, this isn't the year of when I started playing the games. This is when they were released. I mean, there's one game from 1980 before I was born. So, but yeah, I think I started gaming around maybe 7 years old. So around 1990. That's around the time I guess touched my first game, either on console or PC. That's why on my channel description I say I've been playing games for over 30 years, and that's right. It has been over 30 years since I started playing games. But yeah, I played a couple of newer games, but most of the games are from the 90s. I guess they don't make games like they used to. Those are the best ones. But yeah, I also like checking out my little recap video that I make with. I usually make these kind of with a music from the last game that I streamed. It's a kind of tradition. This time I tried something a little different. Last time, the previous years, I just showed the names of the games, the little event image that I used for Twitter, and how long it took for me to beat the game. This time I tried something a little bit different. So here you go. It's rewind time. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So yeah, I'm trying clips of all my streams. I actually went back through my archives, made little edited videos of all of my streams, all the games that I finished. Toho Luna Nights and Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which not the game that took me the longest to beat, but maybe the game that took me the longest between when I started and when I finished it. Loom, pretty interesting adventure game. I always heard good things about it, but never tried it until now. Maybe Alone in the Dark for Game Boy Color. It's quite a trip to play this kind of game, but still kind of fun. Gargoyle's Quest for the Game Boy. Thankfully, it got released on the Switch. I was able to stream it, even though I had purchased it for the 3DS. for Cybertron. I'm a big fan of Transformers. Maybe this year I'll play the sequel. Crystal Caves. Never played this, but I did enjoy the Secret Agents, and this one's pretty much like it, so hey, why not? And I did enjoy it. Continued my playthrough of Toho games. This time some of the fan games. This is not one of the official ones. Toho Fantastic Danmaku Festival. Pretty good for a fan game though. Contrast. Interesting platformer. And this is the one that took me the longest to beat. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. I started playing the Commander Keen series, which I will continue this year. Another Toho fan game. I mean, I'm a big fan of Mega Man games, so it might make sense I would play a Mega Man inspired game. Episode 2. The Earth explodes. Literally. Sequel to that first Toho game, Fantastic Danmaku Festival Part 2, which I also really enjoyed. Art of Balance. I was not expecting to like this game actually. I heard about it, I saw it, I think I played a demo, but I thought, this is not for me, but then I played again and oh, actually it is kind of fun with the Wii U touchpad. Enjoyed it more than I expected. This one, another game that I didn't expect to enjoy. Kurukurukururin. First time I saw it, oh, that looks very frustrating. I don't think I'll like it. But then I saw someone stream it, and oh, actually, it looks more fun than I expected. I enjoyed it. The sequel, since I played the first Gargoyle's Quest, might as well play the second one. This time for the NES, so it's in color. Girl and the Robot. I was always curious about this game, and this is one of the last Wii U games that I bought. Strong Bad adventure game. Strong Bad's a cool game for attractive people. Going back to my days when I used to watch the cartoons in the Homestar Runner website. Of course, you gotta have a Mega Man game. Probably play some more of them this year. The Brazilian Mega Man. And yeah, as usual, I've been playing like one Fatal Frame game a year as well, so it's time for Fatal Frame 4. Might play the 5th one this year. Space 2, since I again played the first Dead Space the year before. Doom, at last. Been meaning to play this remake for a while. Thankfully, they ported it to the Switch. I played Dead Space 3, yes. With a friend. Third Commander Keen game. It was pretty difficult, but I managed. Beat it. Quake 3 Arena, very fun going back to this. Even playing with bots is still a lot of fun. And yep, this is where one of the final games, went back to good old Cave Story. Been meaning to stream that for actually quite a while now. And first time I did the Bloodstain Sanctuary. And for a little Christmas special, I did Cave Story Secret Santa, which I found out very recently about this game, so I thought, hey, perfect game for Christmas. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you catched any of these games, hope you enjoyed them. And if you didn't, you can always go back to watching my VODs. There you go. Yeah, nice little recap video that put a little more effort in this time with all the editing, and just finished earlier today. Yeah. I'm glad you were able to catch most of those. So yeah, now that I looked back, I think it's time to look forward. So here are the couple of things that are coming to the channel this year. One of the things I kind of wanted to change this year is my usual layout. Like I kind of like having everything minimal, and I like keeping the game screen as big as possible. But most of the games that I stream are kind of a 4x3, so I usually have this vertical space to use. And I didn't want to grab too many things, like too many animated things or stuff, but I did want to add maybe a little bit of a border, a little something, so I chose this kind of style. I picked one game image just to show an example of what a stream might look like next year. How's it look? How you like it? Very simple, still very minimalistic, but it kind of gives that Windows 95 theme feel to it. And I also want to have this kind of border to give a little bit of a like margin for error in case I don't have to adjust my webcam so much, and in case the box art doesn't fit neatly in the space, I don't have to have a black void. I can just shrink it a little bit and still be within this gray space. Yeah, I really like the Windows 95 look. I even used it way beyond the Windows XP era. I didn't like the kind of plasticky look of Windows XP, so I always switched to the old Windows theme when I used that. So yeah, this is how I intend to continue streaming. Maybe with games that are 16:9. I will maybe make it a little thinner so that the game screen can be a little bigger. But yeah, it still feels like a retro aesthetic, but still very simple, and gives me a little bit of room to like add some things. I put that now playing, so you can a little bit more clear. This is the game I'm playing instead of just having the box art. But yeah, if you've been watching my channel, you kind of know that I'm willing to play a lot of games that may be considered kind of bad. I mean, I have streamed games that are known for being unfair or buggy or unpolished, but yeah, I still kind of enjoy them. Other games I will not stream at all. I have no desire to play them. Hey, Bun. Thanks. But yeah, other games, no, I don't think I'll play them. Some games I am willing to play, other ones I won't. But then there are those games that are kind of in the middle ground. Games that, you know, I don't really feel the need to stream them, but maybe, given the right incentive, I could be convinced to stream them. So that's where monthly donation goals come in. There you go. That's what that space was for. So yeah, each month I'll put up a game to be unlocked, And if the goal is met within that month, I promise not just to stream the game, but to finish it, play all the way through on stream. So I imagine first question is how much? Well, there it is. I decided that my monthly donation goal will be $100. Now, it may seem low compared to other streamers who might even have more than that for their daily goal, but I have to take into account the size of my channel. And if you take into account the dollar to Brazilian real conversion rate is actually not that low for me. And besides, 100 is kind of a good way to measure percentages. So if the goal is like $20, if the amount donated is $20, that's 20% of the goal. And yeah, you donate it through the tip banner that the Streamlabs Stream Elements donations are not like, I think cheers and Twitch stuff will not count. It only counts through the tip goal. But yeah, I figured, hey, that's a good way to start. And who knows, maybe if my channel grows a lot more and I start, I don't know, getting a lot of donations, I might think, okay, these goals are getting a little too easy to unlock. Maybe I'll real balance things, but for now, that's the amount. As for the games that I'll put up to be unlocked, instead of just picking like a bunch of random bad games that I don't care to stream, I decided to go with a little theme. The theme will be games that are sequels, or at least in the same franchise, of games that I've already streamed before. That's the list of the requirement for a game to be on the list. So where is it? Yeah, some of these games I have played, so I know exactly how bad they are. Others I haven't played yet. I only know of their quality by their infamy on the internet. So here we go. The games that I'll be putting up eventually, like one each month. I'll be putting them up to be unlocked. I might stream them. Here you go. First, Duke Nukem Forever, Mega Race 2, Simon the Sorcerer 3D, Sonic 06. I don't actually own that one yet, but if it gets unlocked, I will buy it for the PS3 and play all the way through. Ultima 9, Ascension, and you asked about Dead Space 3. There you go. This time I will play it solo. I have played it with a friend. Dead Space 3 solo this time around. There's also Bionic Commando for not for the Xbox 360, for the PC. So the controls might be a little iffy. And I looked around which would be the worst Mega Man game. And I think the internet consensus is the worst one in the series is Mega Man X7. But you might be wondering, none of these will be the game for January. The game that I decided to put up for January is a game that I've mentioned multiple times that I will not stream. I said, no, I won't stream this one. Yep. Alone in the Dark. The 5, I guess. It doesn't have the 5th one, but yeah. I never actually finished this one because I just got bored with it and stopped playing. But yeah, this time around, if it gets picked, I will finish it on stream. But yeah, now to answer a few questions, like, what if a game's donation goal isn't met by the end of the month? Okay, well, first I want to make clear that I will not be sad if the goal isn't met. Well, don't worry about it. I've made the reward something that I wouldn't normally do exactly so that I win either way. If the goal isn't met, if the goal is met, I get something in return. But if it isn't met, then I don't have to stream that game. I'm fine with either outcome. But back to the question. On the first of every month, the counter gets reset and a new game gets put on the table. But the way the goal, yeah, the way I made it so is that the goal actually acts as a sort of a way for me to gauge interest in the game. So if a lot of people want it, or if one person really wants it, then I'll stream it. But if no one cares for it, no one wants it, then fine, I'll just move on to another game, and so on and so forth, and keep cycling through all these games, see which ones people want me to stream the most. And I also want to make another thing clear. In the case that the goal isn't met, the amount donated will not go to waste. Which leads to my next question. What if you want to watch me play a game, but you can't donate this month? You don't have enough. Oh, it's almost to the goal, but I can't make it complete. Not to worry, because you'll get another chance. You see, each month I'll put up a new game, but once I go through the list, maybe even a little earlier, I'll actually go back and put the games that have already been on the table back on the table. And this time, the donation counter will not start from 0. It'll start with whatever the amount was at the end of that game's month. So even if you donate, but it's not enough to unlock the game that month, it'll still count towards the next time that game is up on the table. So there it contributes. And the game at the end of all the lists, the game that has the highest amount will be the first one to get put on the table again. So like one game is at 40% of the goal and another wasn't as 80% of the goal. The 80% one gets high priority. That way, I can focus more on the games that garnered the most interest, and the ones that nobody cared for, it gets pushed back. But yeah, if you have any other questions, you can ask, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, leave a comment. I'll reply. Yeah, I thought through, like, okay, what all the possibilities. So like I said, I didn't want people to think, oh, it's still at 20%. There's no way I can contribute to finish the goal, so I won't contribute. No, you can still contribute, and it'll still count. Or if you at 80%, I'll feel sad. No, you don't have to feel sad. You have another chance a little later, but I'll come back to this game eventually. And maybe if at some point all the games get unlocked and all streamed, then I'll come up with a new list. This is the list for now. No questions? Okay, then I guess we can move on. This. Yeah, this is what my stream layout will be like going forward. The box art still there, my webcam still here, and donation goal down there. I think it's a nice little layout, and the game still max. I didn't want a border around the game or anything. Okay, so now let's see, what are the plans for the future of the channel? Well, one of the things I've already implemented was, and I'm going to improve on implemented, is alerts. I finally got alerts to work. So if someone follows or resubs or gift subs or donates or raids, it'll show up. And I even did I recorded some voiceovers for the alerts. But later on, I do want to add to have some animated alerts for everything. Right now, it's just a standard animation, but I do want to have little personalized animated alerts that I will work on. Another thing I want to try this year, not right now, but eventually, is simulcasting I want to simulcast on YouTube using my own VOD channel. So if you're subscribed to my channel on YouTube, and you prefer watching on streams on YouTube over Twitch, you'll have your chance. I can't right now because I don't have enough bandwidth where I am, but once I'm back home, I will be trying that. I also want, once I go back home, I also want to try increasing my stream resolution from 1024 by 576 to 1280 by 720. Not a big increase, but I will be finally at 720p. But again, I need to have enough bandwidth for that. But it should be back sometime in late February, maybe. So that's something else that I will be improving on the channel, a slightly increase in resolution. I also want to add animated emotes on Twitch. I have that possibility. I just haven't made them yet. I will be maybe not animating them by hand, but I will be making a way to have little animations for my little chibi self. I also want to at some points maybe have a kind of pre-game talk screen where I can, like, I don't know, talk about the game without it being like a big black square on this side before the game starts. I want to improve my layout, maybe have a variation on this where I can just talk about the game and then switch to, okay, now it's time to start the game, switch to this one. And yeah, last year I wanted to work on a custom intro and custom outro. I'll try and work on those again this year. So yeah, a lot of plans for stuff that I have already started working on, and or stuff that I could implement, but I can't implement where I am right now, but I will soon. And other stuff that will require a little more work that maybe I will get done by the end of the year, but well, yeah. So yeah, and this, by the way, is my stream number 491, which means I'll soon be having my 500th stream special. Those are usually a bit different than regular streams, so make sure you don't miss it. It should happen sometime in early February, if my calculations are correct. Already picked what I'll be streaming, so look forward to that. So yeah, this has been the recap and my plans for the future and my plans for this month. Want to make me play this game? You don't have to. You don't have to make me play it. I'm fine with not playing this. Don't worry about it. But yeah, switch back to this screen. Oh, yeah, these are the old things from the last year and the new things I'm preparing for this year. This is my what I prepared. I think I like the format of the recap video with the clips from the game. I think it gives a lot more a lot better visual treat to watch and like remember. Oh yeah, I remember that stream. I remember that game. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it is better than last year. Oh no, I just jinxed myself again. Ah. Yeah, next stream should be maybe this Thursday. Yeah, usually I would be tomorrow, but I still gotta set up some stuff for the stream, so maybe this Thursday I will start another point and click adventure game. I mean, I took a break from adventure games a while back, but hey, I did play like 2 last stream, so I can go back and play a few more of them this year as well. But yeah, if you like old school games, games from the 90s, make sure to follow the channel. I like playing them, as you saw from the graph. Or from the early 2000s as well. But yeah, if you can check out my YouTube channel where you can subscribe, and I'll sometime in the future be streaming there as well. Yeah, thank you for if you are an old-time subscriber, thank you for being on this channel, on this journey with me for this long. And if you're new, well, welcome. Yeah, and yeah, that's it for my 5-year anniversary stream. Hope you had fun. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.